Hello everyone, I'm Deb Courtney and welcome to my YouTube channel today. I'm so glad you're here. Well, last week I started on a new topic, a new series, and of course this has been around for ages and ages, and I touched on it briefly. It's been over a year ago, but I have been having people that I've been talking to that in their friendships and their relationships, they've just been kind of maybe not been, they didn't go the way they wanted them to go, or they didn't know why they didn't work out, or why did somebody act like they acted, and they were just scratching their head, couldn't figure it out. And so I was telling them about a program that I've been using. It's been over 20 years, and how this program really helped me to go and take friendships and relationships that I was involved in, and how to better them, and how that it helped me to do that. And so they were interested in knowing more about this program, and I said, well, you know what? Maybe I should do more of an in-depth YouTube videos in regards to this program that I use. And so that is the reason I am here today, and will be here in weeks to come in regards to this program that really put me on the fast track in different relationships, whether it had to do with a spouse, a child, work-related relationships, worship-related relationships, extracurricular activity relationships that I would get involved in, that I like to do. And so it really helped me. And so I want to, hopefully you'll glean something from this, and it will help you in your friendships and relationships. But I touched on it very briefly last week about a particular thinker called Hippocrates, who they were studying about the inborn personality identity traits of people. And we all know this is not new science at all, but the Greek thinkers and philosophers was thinking especially about the way different natures of people were, their moods and types, and how some would get depressed and then happy. And so what caused all this imbalance? And they kind of thought, well, maybe it's their body fluids that they have coursing through their veins. And so they come with four personality types, and the words that they put to these personality types, they attach these words to them. Was the first one is sanguine, and the next one is choleric, and the next one is melancholy, and then phlegmatic. And so over the years, people have added modern terms to these names. So with sanguine, the modern term that's been added to that would be popular sanguine. And a popular sanguine personality or person is one that's emotional. They are influencing. They are socializers, and they are very expressive people. The next one is powerful choleric people. Powerful choleric people personalities, their personalities are volatile, they're dominant, they're directors, and they're driving types of personalities. The third one is the perfect melancholy type personality. These people are rational, they like cultural, they're thinkers, and they are analytical people, personality people. The last one is called peaceful phlegmatic. And that personality is personal, it's steady, it's relational, and it's amiable. So most people are familiar with these terms and approaches. As you go in and you find out about other personality assessments, there's one out there that, they call it like a lion and a beaver and they go of otter. They go with the different kinds of personality and nature, and so there's so many out there. You just go search it out. You'll be able to study about it. But most people are familiar with other approaches, and they find that this personality program, the ones that I found that a lot. They say, well, I never really heard about the Wired that way, but I'm familiar with Myers-Briggs. I'm familiar with DISC. I'm familiar with Strength Finders 2.0. I'm familiar with a lot of other ones, but I'm really not familiar with the one that you are talking about, Deb. But as we got talking about it, and they explained to me what they learned in regards to the programs that they had taken and what I had learned in the one that I had went and investigated more about, we kind of come to some basically the same conclusion. And so every program has their own approach to find out about the different personalities that their program has to offer. This program focuses more on positives rather than the pathology of more in-depth psychological situations. It basically focuses on helping salvage and saving friendships and relationships. If you're more into the psychology and more in-depth detail in regards to the other personalities and temperament assessments out there, by all means, go enjoy them. Absolutely. But many give you a label. They put a label of people, but they and sometimes they I have found when I went and studied them that they did not tell you what to do with the information. But what I like about the program that I have always went to, which was very simple and easy program, is to take you beyond a label and to put it more into application into your everyday life so that you can have real changes in a relationship and a friendship, and that you can take this information really quick and go forward and learn how an individual is wired so that you can, if possible, as far as it depends upon you, be at peace with that person. So I want to just kind of go over in this video each 4 personality identities, and that'll be all I'll probably get done. That'll probably be all I'll do today, but this is a fast track start in regards to that. So let's begin with the popular sanguine people. Popular sanguine personality identity, they have a motto that goes something like this: let's do it the fun way. They're representative by a color. A lot of times I have just taken one question and asked them, you know what? Let me ask you a question. What's your favorite color? And they will tell me. And so I can take that information and determine what kind of personality I'm talking to. I can do that now because I've been doing this for over 20 years, but I can really do that now. And after a few more, maybe 1 or 2 more of the questions, I've got their personality, so I can understand where I can take this information, take and make a fresh start with this individual, or make a start with this individual that I'm wanting to have a friendship relationship with, in knowing that it's going to work, because this always works, always. I've never had a failure with knowing these 4 basic personality types and not being able to get along with anybody. Now, they may have not been able to get along with me, maybe because they didn't like my personality, but I didn't have a problem with theirs, okay? So you can only do what you can do for you. can't change anybody else, but you can. Once you know this information, then you'll know whether or not you're really interested in that friendship or relationship or having anything to do with them. But you know, it just is what it is. And so this is a tool that we can use. So let's go again. Here we go. Popular Sanguine. Now let's do it the fun way. Their representative color is yellow, kind of like the happy face. I know you've all seen that happy face yellow color. Okay. So their desire is to have fun, the Popular Sanguine personality. Their key strengths are, and I've got it written down so I don't leave out anything because there's a lot to each one. Key strengths are their ability to talk about anything at any time, at any place. They have a bubbling personality. They're very optimistic. They have a lot of optimism. They have a sense of humor. They have a storytelling ability, and they do enjoy people. My husband was a Popular Sanguine personality. Now, you always have a one major strength personality, but you always have a secondary personality, okay? And we'll get into that later. And then you may be a smatter of all the other two, okay? But that's what Sam, you knew he was here before you ever saw him in person, because you could hear him as he was coming in the door, loud. Okay, so that's their key strengths. Okay, the key weaknesses are they're disorganized, they can't remember details or names, they exaggerate, they're not really serious about anything, trust others to do the work, and too gullible and naive. I know those people. Okay. Emotional needs. They like attention. They like affection. They like approval. And they like acceptance. They get depressed when life is no fun and no one seems to love them. They are afraid of being unpopular or bored, having to live by the clock, having to keep a record of money spent. They like people who listen and laugh, praise and approve them. They dislike people who criticize, don't respond to their humor, and don't think that they are cute. They are valuable at work for their colorful, creative optimism, light touch, cheering up others, and entertaining. They could improve if they got organized, didn't talk so much, and learned to tell time. As leaders, Popular Sanguine people, they excite people, they persuade and inspire people, they exude charm and entertain, they are forgetful and poor on follow-through. They tend to marry perfect melancholy personalities who are sensitive and serious, but whom they quickly tire of having to cheer up, and by whom they soon tire of being made to feel inadequate or stupid. They react to stress by leaving the scene, going shopping, finding a fun group, creating excuses, and blaming others. They are recognized by their constant talking, loud volume, and bright eyes. That is the Popular Sanguine personality. Do you know anybody like that? Raise your hand. I do. Okay. The next one is the powerful Choleric personality person. Their motto is, let's do it my way. Okay? And their representative color is red, like a fire engine. Okay? So their desire is to have control. You know anybody like that? Okay? Listen, here we go. Key strength. They have the ability to take charge of anything instantly and to make quick, correct judgments. Their key weaknesses: too bossy, domineering, are autocratic, insensitive, impatient, and unwilling to delegate or give credit to others. Their emotional needs. They have a sense of obedience. They have an appreciation for accomplishments and credit for ability. Powerful choleric people get depressed when life is out of control and people don't do things their way. Powerful choleric people are afraid of losing control of anything, like losing a job, not being promoted, becoming seriously ill, having a rebellious child, or an unsupportive mate. Powerful choleric people, they like people who are supportive and submissive, that see things their way, cooperate quickly with them, and let them take the credit. Powerful choleric people dislike people who are lazy and not interested in working consistently and constantly. Buck authority, become independent, aren't loyal. They don't like people that are not loyal. Are valuable at work because they can accomplish more than anyone else in a shorter time and are usually right. They could improve, powerful choleric people could improve if they would allow others to make decisions, delegate authority, become more patient, and didn't expect everyone to produce as they do. As leaders, powerful choleric people, they have a natural feel for being in charge, a quick sense of what will work, a sincere belief in their ability to achieve, and potential to overwhelm less aggressive people. As leaders, that's how they are. Powerful choleric people tend to marry peaceful phlegmatics who will quickly obey and not buck their authority, but who never accomplish enough or get excited over their projects. Powerful choleric people react to stress by tightening control, working harder, exercising more, and getting rid of the offender. Powerful choleric people are recognized by their fast-moving approach, quick grab for control, self-confidence, and restless and overpowering attitude. That's your powerful choleric personality person. The third one has to do with perfect melancholy personality identity. Their motto is, let's do it the right way. They are representative of the color blue, like deep water. Their desire is to have it done right. Their key strengths are the ability to organize and set long-range goals. They set high standards and ideals and to analyze deeply. Perfect melancholy people, their key weaknesses are they're easily depressed. They spend too much time on preparation. They're too focused on details. They remember the negative and they're suspicious of others. Perfect quality emotional needs. They have a sense of stability, space, silence, sensitivity, and support. Perfect melancholy personalities are afraid of no one understanding how they really feel, making a mistake, and having to compromise their standards. They like people who are serious, intellectual, deep, and can carry on a sensible conversation. They dislike people who are lightweights, forgetful, late, disorganized, superficial, and unpredictable. Perfect melancholies are valuable at work for their sense of detail, love of analysis, follow through, high standards of performance, and compassion for the hurting. Perfect melancholies could improve if they didn't take life so seriously and didn't insist that others be perfectionist. As leaders, perfect melancholy people are they're well organized, are sensitive to people's feelings, have deep creativity, and they want quality performance. Okay? Perfect melancholy people tend to marry popular sanguines because of their outgoing personality and social skills, but whom they soon attempt to quiet them and to get them on schedule. They react to stress by withdrawing, getting lost in a book, becoming depressed, giving up, and recounting problems. And perfect melancholy personality people can be recognized by their serious and sensitive nature, well-mannered approach, self-depreciating comments, meticulous and well-groomed looks. Now, the last of the 4 basic personality has to do with the peaceful phlegmatic. Their motto is, let's do it the easy way. And their color represented like green, like the grass, okay? And a peaceful phlegmatic personality, people they have their desire is to avoid conflict and keep the peace at all costs. Their key strengths are balance. They have an even disposition, a dry sense of humor, and they have a pleasing personality. The key weaknesses are they lack decisiveness, enthusiasm, or energy, and they have a hidden will of iron. Emotional needs of a peaceful phlegmatic are a sense of respect, feelings of worth, understanding, emotional support. They get depressed when life is filled with conflict. They have to face a personal confrontation. No one wants to help, or when the buck stops with them. Peaceful phlegmatics are afraid of having to deal with major personal problems, being left holding the bag, and making major changes. They like people who make decisions for them, people that recognize their strengths, do not ignore them, and give them respect. Peaceful phlegmatic personalities dislike people who are too pushy, too loud, or too much of themselves. They are valuable at work because they mediate between contentious people and objectively solve problems. Peaceful phlegmatic people could improve if they set goals and became self-motivated, if they were willing to do more and move faster than expected, face their own problems as well as handle those of others. As leaders, they keep calm, cool, and collected. They don't make impulsive decisions. They're well-liked and inoffensive. They don't cause trouble and don't often come up with brilliant new ideas. Peaceful phlegmatic people, personalities, tend to marry powerful cholerics who are strong and decisive, but whom they soon tire of because they realize that they don't like being pushed around and looked down upon. They react to stress by hiding from it, watching TV, eating, or turning out life. And peaceful phlegmatic personalities are recognized by their calm approach, relaxed posture, sitting or leaning when possible. So this is just a general overall view of the 4 basic personality identity in this program that I use, and it has served me well. I know we all have run into these people, live with these people, or married to some of these people, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And hopefully, by listening to this video and jotting down some things, this will help you to understand relationships and your friendships that you are now in and the ones that are to come. So I am going to conclude this video, and we will pick it up again next week. So go out and make it a great day. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad I found you. I will be back again next week. Bye-bye.